again, Northeast Ohio. We welcome you into 3 News at 4 o'clock.
Yeah, we're following breaking news right now from Old Brooklyn Heights. In that neighborhood, Cleveland EMS confirming a 15-year-old girl is now dead after being shot in the head. This happened just hours ago. We want to take you live here to Sergeant Diaz.
Identify 2 individuals as suspects in this incident. Through some investigation and some network sharing, officers were able to take these individuals into custody. As the investigation progressed, 2 firearms were also recovered here at the scene. As you can imagine, this is a very difficult scene to process when you have a young lady of that age, shot and pronounced deceased. From our perspective, our hearts go out to her family, to those that are affected by this tragedy. Our homicide unit is on scene, as well as our crime scenes unit, and they're processing the scene to further understand what occurred today.
Do we know what led to the shooting?
Don't have all the specific details at the moment. However, we do believe and we have strong information to suggest that the victim is known to the suspect. The suspect is known to the victim.
Do we know the ages of those that have been detained?
Not at this time, but we're confident that they have some involvement in this. Obviously, as the investigation progresses, we'll be able to solidify more of that information and be able to confirm it.
Where in the apartment complex did this happen? Outside, inside?
This occurred inside the apartment.
Have you had issues in this apartment complex before?
Well, it's a big apartment complex. We've been here for other situations. I am not familiar if there's been any connection to this particular victim and suspect, but we have been here for other incidents at this apartment, correct.
We spoke with neighbors earlier who said this could have been a domestic situation. Do you have any information about that?
At this point, it's too early to confirm it's a domestic incident. We do have strong information to confirm that the suspect and the victim are known to each other, and that's obviously some strong leads that can assist with this investigation.
Do you know how long from the shooting to the finding the suspects? What was the timeline?
I don't have the exact time frame. However, it was relatively quick. Yes.
I'm sorry, Freddie, did you say who called in the 911 call? How you found out about the shooting?
Preliminary, we have a couple calls, perhaps neighbors. I just don't know exactly who called.
Were there suspects who got away as well, or do you think you got everybody involved?
We're still trying to determine the involvement of individuals. However, we do have 2 suspects, and we're proceeding with the investigation to see what that leads us based on the information we learn.
What we're hearing is that the suspect was a mother. Is there anything you can share to us about that?
The victim, I don't know her status, if she was a mom or not. Yeah.
What do you have to say? I mean, we talk to residents, we talk to neighbors. Everybody is just in shock seeing and hearing this news about a 15-year-old. What do you have to say?
Well, it's no secret. I mentioned it before. I'm a parent. I have young, kids as well. I think all our officers here, a lot of them have, teenage children. So it's always difficult to see these type of incidents occur. We hope this violence stops. However, sometimes individuals perhaps don't control their emotions or their reactions to situations, and unfortunately we have these scenarios, but it's definitely difficult for officers who have to be there in the front lines processing this difficult scene.
And I know you don't know the specific ages, but do we think the suspects are minors?
I'm still working on confirming that their ages, but we're content, if that's a proper word to use in this scenario, that we have 2 suspects. We're going to use that information to further investigate.
What possible charges are we looking at here?
There are numerous charges, from murder all the way up to aggravated murder. Good. Thank you so much.
Yeah. For Spanish.
Sure. Yeah.
Thank you.
Police Sergeant Wilfredo Diaz explaining the situation there. There is a deceased 15-year-old girl. They have multiple suspects in custody. They believe that there was a relationship between the suspect and the victim, but at this point, they're not sure what that relationship is. And the other thing that he stressed was there may be other suspects. They just don't know at this time. The investigation's still in the early stages. Erin Sullivan is on the scene. She will continue to report on it, and we'll hear from her live coming up at 4:30.